This is the professor, Dr. Ron Daniels, and it's January 21st. I woke up with my mind stayed on freedom. I got to tell you, I am, can I say pissed off? Well, I ain't on the radio, so I can say that because I'm just coming from IBW. I'm the president of IBW, Institute of the Black World 21st Century. And I am angry. I'm upset. You need to be upset also. And so, I'm just, like I said, I woke up this morning with my mind stayed on freedom. That's the song we used to sing back in the day. Because after what I saw yesterday on Martin Luther King Day, it was a desecration of the life and legacy and memory of Dr. Martin Luther King. To have 47, AKA the Orange Man, AKA Agent Orange, Donald J. Trump, stand up in Emancipation Hall, and then pardon all the insurrectionists, himself, a actually convicted felon as president of the United States, and then he pardons over 1,500 insurrectionists. You got to remember now in that Rotunda, because see, he did two things. He spoke in the Rotunda first. In that Rotunda is where the Proud Boys and the Oath Keepers and his insurrectionists came in. Do not forget that one of the things they did was they came in there and they planted the Confederate flag in the middle of it at his behest. This is the person who now occupies the White House while, we kind of snoring and sleeping and it don't matter. Elections don't matter. We don't care. We ain't going. We want to get our grocery prices down and all that stuff. And I'm sympathetic to that. But sisters and brothers, we gotta wake up. In fact, here's somebody, he just signed an executive order on diversity. He said that diversity and equity and inclusion is bullshit. That's designed to deal with Black folk and people of color having an opportunity in the absence of affirmative action. That's what he said. So here he stands in Emancipation Hall, and he signs an executive order, not there, but later on. He signs an executive order letting all these people out. And why did he do that? He did that because they will become his shock troops. That's his base. He's signaling not only to the rest of us, but also to the Republicans. Don't mess with me because I will turn. What did he tell them? Stand by and stand up and stand by, he told the Oath Keepers and the Proud Boys. This is who is now in the White House. And I'm upset about it. And I'm upset that others are not seemingly as upset about it. That people are stumbling around and staggering around. Martin Luther King Day. And this is what he does. It's a desecration of his memory. And what did he do? Other executive orders. Prescription drugs, bringing the price of insulin down and all that. Nixed it. Medicaid. Medicaid helps out a whole lot of people. A lot of people out there, y'all don't seem to understand that political elections matter, how you vote and who controls. These Republicans, these MAGA mad people don't give a damn about working people. It's all a charade to support billionaires and the oligarchy that Biden talked about, to be perfectly frank about it. So what has he done? Eliminating the possibility that governors can expand Medicaid. That's for the least of these thy children. The marginalized, the poor, the locked out, and the left out. Nixed it. Then he made this, and what makes it so bad? His MAGA mad people, some of them are poor. Some of them need insulin, and yet they will, for master, who has sold them a bill of goods. And a part of that bill of goods is because at the base of it, this MAGA movement is infected with white supremacy and racism. And these people will support, they'll support him on that premise alone, cutting their own throats. Because they don't like Black people and people of color. and people who are other than. They don't like them. And some of you are caught up in that too, because you know you got issues with it. LBGTQI folk, you know, like James Baldwin and Marjorie Lord and Bayard Rustin. I mean, really, give me a break on that. I don't care what people's lifestyles are, as long as they don't impose it on me. Doesn't matter. But they're using these as wedge issues, trans issues, declaring that in America you're either a man or a woman. Well, some people are trans people. What's that got to do with me? It ain't hurting me. But that they know that some people will be affected by that. So that's, oh, I love Trump. He can curse you out. He can insult Obama. He can insult you, call Kamala Harris trash, and insinuate she's a prostitute. None of that matters because he's saying he's dealing with the trans issue. Sisters and brothers, we got to wake up. We got to wake up. Love you, love you, love you. But I want to organize us to fight back against. This is fascism. This is fascism. This man rejected the last election, wouldn't sit down, wouldn't do anything. And here you have Biden, all of them, they're cozying up and they're being nice. And Michelle Obama said, hell no, I ain't dealing with that. When she said when they go low, we go high. And this one, she said, she didn't go low, but she said, I am not co-signing on this one. Now, let me just finish because I had some notes, but I mean, I just couldn't watching this. It's just, and as it relates to climate change, LA on fire, storms raging all over the damn place. And these climate deniers, these MAGA people are climate change deniers. And what does he do? Signs an executive order, get out of the climate change agreement. Loosening environmental restrictions so that, you know, you can drill, baby, drill, do whatever the hell you want to do with the environment as long as you can make a profit off of it. And we said, now, sister called me on my radio show, WBAI 99.5 FM, Vantage Point, saying, oh, Trump is all right. He's okay. He's strong. He's strong. He's going to be okay. What are we talking about? I mean, so seriously, we got to begin to think about these issues and act on them accordingly. And what about, you know, he said, oh, I love black people and thank you for voting for me, which we didn't vote for him in large numbers, but he knew he only needs a few. Shave off a few and he'll be in great shape. And he thank you, but what did he offer? Anything on voting rights? Does that matter? Anything on criminal justice reform? Does that matter? What does matter? What is it that people who voted for, what? Tell me, talk to me. He only needed a few. Strength? I mean, is that what we're talking about? Testosterone? That's what we're talking about? This ugly behavior that this man demonstrates over and over again, just insulting people over and over again. And you saw who he was surrounded by, Jeff Bezos and the guy from X and Elon Musk and all that. Oh man, they riding high. They riding high. He said, you ain't see no union workers, no welfare folk, no poor people sitting up in there. No, because that's not what it's about. It's like Malcolm X said, you've been misled. You've been had. We've been had, some of us, right? Not all of us. And I'm saying this, by the way, this tough love. I'm loving you, but we got to turn this around. Biden was bold. I don't like Biden. Biden was bold. He he pardoned Marcus Garvey. Nobody else had done that. Leonard Peltier, who had been in a political prison and forever, been in jail. Hundreds of other people. Then some people said, but he didn't do this one. He didn't do that one. When did we get down to the point that it's three quarters of a loaf of bread? Didn't get it all. But people want the perfect to be the enemy of the good. I mean, and then he went on to give preemptive pardons to Liz Cheney and Benny Thompson, a brother who's in danger because Trump, you think you don't care that he's going to come after him. He's one of us. Good brother from down in Mississippi. He's known him for years and years and years. Trump coming after him gave him a preemptive pardon. Then he preemptively pardoned his own family. What the hell? Why did he do it? Yes, these are unusual times. They're coming after his family. They're coming after him. They're coming after, you talk about COINTELPRO, but some of these people that they nominated, dissent, they're coming after all of us because they intend to impose a regime where, yes, they will give you the sense that they're going to bring down grocery prices, which they now saying they don't know whether they can do or not. But some of y'all don't know who Musolini is, but he's a fascist. He was a fascist in Italy. And they say that under Mussolini, the trains ran on time. Translation, your eggs may come down, the bacon may come down, your price may come down. But that's no reason to live under fascism. You know, we can fight for a livable wage. We can fight for a quality of life. And we do not have to elect an idiot who is dangerous, a moral monstrosity. We don't have to do that. But what I'm concerned about is like, you know, it's like people like on Sominex. Pundits criticize him. Oh, they're setting in a terrible precedent. These are unusual times. And unusual times, that's why I criticize Biden to some degree, criticize the Democrats. They're playing nice. When Obama was elected the first time, Mitch McConnell said, we are going to make you a one-term president. And they were obstructing. Because they have a right-wing retrograde agenda. In fact, even if you get the orange man out of the way, we have to look at the right-wing retrograde, return the clock black agenda of these folks. We got to be ready to fight. And I don't see the fight back. I mean, yeah, some people are doing some things. Little stuff is happening out there. But sisters and brothers, we got to do more. Where is the resistance? I say it is a state of emergency without urgency. And we in the Institute of the Black World 21st Century, we have something called IBW Action. IBW Action. And I want us to go into action. For one thing, I want you to go back and take a listen to the charge and call to action that I issued on November the 14th. It's on the website, ibw21.org. It didn't get a whole lot of views. I guess it was, you know, it didn't get a whole lot of views. Take a look at it, right? And share it around because it's bold. Some of it may seem impossible. But one of the things I got to say, one of the leaders, and I know many of the civil rights, human rights leaders, they're my friends. I love them, so forth, but it's like Malcolm said, you know, it's like, he said, the man, the tendons are all up in your jaw. And get ready to pull your tooth. He said, you know, he said that if ordinarily you would fight him, you would be up there saying, and he said they squirt something up in your jaw called Novocaine. And he said because they put that Novocaine up, and he said you suffer, but you suffer peacefully. He talked about Malcolm because Malcolm was so strong. He said, you know, it's like drinking coffee. It's black. If drinking black, it's strong. He said, but if you put enough cream in it, said at first it would keep you awake, but now it will put you asleep. Well, it's like we on like NyQuil or Somanex. I mean, it's like people are like or like a punch wreck fighter. We're disoriented. We don't know what the hell hit us, but we got to get up because we've been hit before, and we got up and we fought back. And I got to give it to Jonathan Jackson, the son of the Reverend Jesse Lewis Jackson, on January 18th at Rainbow Push. He threw down. He said, I'm a representative of the Congress of the United States. I'm not going to be silent. I'm not going to be quieted. He said, it's on. The fight is on. And we need that fight to be on. So, brothers and sisters, I woke up this morning, and forgive me for being outraged, enraged, and whatever, but I just couldn't sit still. I just can't sit still. And we in IBW, a small organization. I've been out here a long time. I'm not one of the big leaders. I'm not one. I mean, you know, you don't see me all over CNN and MSNBC and all that. I'm just, you know, Ron Dance, you know, veteran social, political activist and so forth, and out there doing this work, trying to trot along. But we got some people out there who do listen, who do know the work that we've done. And we put it in over the years, consistently being on the case, still on this journey. My book, The vision and mission of Dr. Ron Daniels around these critical questions of building structures. In fact, we say we are cultivating a culture of collaboration to heal and empower Black families, communities, and nations. That's what we're about. And in this period, the healing is about fighting. The healing is about resistance. And so I want you to, again, go back, take another look at the charts that I issued on November 14th at IBW21.org. And I want you to sign up for IBW Action. I want to be a part of the IBW Action. So go to the website and sign up, because I'm with Jonathan Jackson, Reverend Jesse Jackson's son. When I say, and he said, it's on. It's on, brothers and sisters. It's on. Go to the website, IBW21.org, review my call to action, and sign up. Sign up. I want to be a part of IBW Action. And that's not exclusive. You see what I'm saying? That is all of us. That's why I have this hat on today. All of us or none. Great organization, Dorsey Nunn. The formerly incarcerated persons. My dear friend Wayne Thompson was a part of it as well. It's all of us or none of us. It's freedom for everybody or freedom for nobody. It is freedom, but we are not going back. All of us or none. It's on. Sign up. Let's get it on.